DNC, and also Luke Skyfucker. Why don't you say hi, Luke?
Hi, Luke.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about some very controversial esports topics. So, Luke, why don't you guide us to what we're talking about?
So the first topic that we're going to be covering today is the no-tail. I guess it's really the Alliance controversy about
Yeah.
them having 6 players on a 5-man team game, and then people molded because they didn't read the email properly, and some funny stuff's happened.
Yeah.
So basically, to summarize it first, right? There was
Yeah.
this big email, or people didn't think it was a big email, right? So nobody read it. But the email said that they are not going to have the rule that prohibits people having a coaching game anymore. So most people didn't read this, but Alliance did, and they had the coach in their team or in their game, PPD. But they didn't tell anybody about this, and under one of their videos, I'm not sure about this, I think it's like some content
Yeah, it's a
they
vlog. It's a
released.
vlog. Yeah, they released a vlog.
They released a vlog, and there you could hear PPD during their games. So
Yeah.
people were like, what the fuck, Alliance cheated? And unlike Dream, Alliance didn't cheat
Agreed.
because it was actually in the rules. And it was funny seeing the outrage. And then Nico Baby made a really funny tweet. I'm a big cheater, and there's nothing you can do about it, man. She. He's the both of our pussy.
Yo, you know what's fucking funny about this drama though? Is like, you know what's fucking funny about this drama? Have you actually
Yeah,
seen the vlog that Alliance
I haven't.
released? So Alliance released the vlog, and it was like, it was PPD saying, "Yo, our throne's about to blow up," and then Nico Baby says, "I can defend this." Like, why do you need a fucking coach to tell you that your throne's gonna blow up, dumb shits? It's like unfair advantage, dude.
No, I mean, Eternal Enemy, right? His teams go push tier 3s without TPs.
Yeah.
I bet if they had a coach, that would happen.
Dude, it's fucking cringe because No-Tail's always talking bullshit about NA Dota, right? And PPD is in fact from NA. So it's
yeah.
like, how much advantage are you really getting from PPD talking bullshit in your ear anyway?
Oh yeah, I get it. It's like you talk shit about NA Dota all day, but then when an NA guy is like talking to the enemy team, you're like, oh no,
Oh,
the
it's so
greatest
good.
mastermind of the world.
He single-handedly won TI whatever with his superior drafting, picking all the meta heroes with 99% pick rate. How you do that? He expertly calculated the fucking whatever team didn't play Leshrac because they picked Leshrac 0 times in the tournament when they had 98% pick rate. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, how good do you think having a 6-person would even be anyway? Like, it's 5 pro players, right?
I think there's definitely a difference, right? Because you know how, I mean, when you watch yourself play later, you see things that you could have done that you didn't see at the moment.
Yeah.
Because when you're playing like any game, you're kind of tunnel visioning on whatever you're thinking, and you having to control the hero matters to this. It's like even in chess, you could watch somebody that's a lot better than you make a mistake because they're tunnel visioning on whatever they were thinking. Meanwhile, you don't have to be in his spot. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the crazy part for me though is like FNG must be like a big cuck though, because like PPD will now captain the game, and FNG's like, okay, I will plan the boards.
I guess isn't FNG like young?
FNG's what?
Is FNG young?
I don't know. He's like 22 or something, isn't he? 21.
Yeah, so he can still click buttons properly. So not having to focus on
True.
Handling 4-man children probably alleviates a lot of stress from him.
Or is it S4 is the captain, right? I think FNG makes the calls though, technically. FNG talks rubbish. Yeah.
Talks a bunch of poops.
Oh,
I think the teams are kind of right to be what the fuck.
They are right.
Because it is a big thing,
but they shouldn't listen. This is my take on it. It's okay to be like molding, but you shouldn't be like you know, like you learn about something. You know how in like professional sports, everyone has these like hand-picked statements, whatever. It's like, oh, Ronaldo raped a guy, and then he like didn't say anything for 3 weeks or something. These guys can't keep their fucking mouths shut. It's like how far we are from real professional sports, right? Because it's like something happens, no tell, just fucking like 1 hour later, he's on Twitter calling people pussies and cowards and scumbags and cheats, right? Like it's insane. How can you not like you? I I read some information. I need like 2 days to even understand what I'm reading. This guy's Insta, he's like, at Nico baby, you are a pussy. I will kill you in real life. To
No,
paraphrase.
I think this is a good thing for us though. Like the only person that like going out like this and talking rubbish shirts is No Tail. But for us,
Well, Seb
you know,
Seb
tech
said
creators,
Seb said some rubbish as well.
oh, they did now.
Yeah, Seb made like a tweet longer, which was like, "Oh, this was disrespectful to the esports scene or something." It was like 1 week after they were fountain diving people. It's unreal, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm not reading this.
Yeah, too long didn't real. POV, you're French.
But back to what we were saying, I think this is like net positive for the community because it's just
Yeah.
like entertainment, right? It's just
Well,
funny
it also
stuff.
shows you how stupid the orgs are as well. Like, fucking sending people messages on their Hotmail accounts, right? Like, these guys are retarded. Move on, dude. Discord is the future, scums. But
True.
I was thinking as well, like some of the replies on the tweets are ridiculous, dude. Like people who
Oh
are like,
yeah,
"Oh, Alliance, this is the only reason Alliance is winning any games." Like, come
yeah,
on, dude. What the
yeah.
fuck? Like they lost to Tundra and that other shit team. Like who else did they lose to? The other really bad team, right? I'm just gonna say it's
I have no
bait.
idea.
It's definitely not bait though, because it's the US. It's like
Is it
some
season 2 now?
yeah, it's season 2. You can have a look. It's the 2 lowest ranked teams they lost to. I'm pretty sure. Hellbear Smashers, maybe.
How do I
I just go here.
Alliance 5-1? What the fuck is this,
Tundra
dude?
and yeah,
Oh
just read
yeah,
it across, dude. It's fine. Alliance beat Secret. They beat
what?
OG, I think, or something.
Oh yeah, this one.
They lost
Okay,
to
2-1. Okay, let's go. 2-1. Alliance. They lost to Brain.
Brame. Oh, Brame. Yeah. Brame and Tundra. They lost to Brame and Tundra. Oh no, they didn't lose to Tundra. They 2-1 Tundra.
No,
Okay,
but
whatever. They lost to Brame.
the
Yeah.
thing is, I mean, this is certainly a good thing, but saying that like, oh, it's the only reason they won games is like
Yeah, that's retarded.
copium to the max.
That
Like
is Kofi. And I
it's good
thought
players.
And I thought Seb and No-Tail were the ones who were always talking shit, you know, about this kind of thing. It's like, oh, don't hate the competition, just get better for hair. But it's like, wow, they're cheating.
I mean, to be honest, if Alliance was doing this and it wasn't according to
No,
rules,
that would be bullshit, I guess.
they would be correct, right?
But
Because it's like they did have an unfair advantage.
what I will say as well though is like, it's pretty funny that they leaked it via a vlog. You just hear PPD's American ass voice, like clearly it's PPD, or like clearly it's not one of the Alliance players. They should have got like a Swedish coach. Just be like, oh yeah, our fish is under attack. And then when people are like, copium, 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 it's like, oh, you know, Loader's just going crazy in the room, you know.
Dude, you know what's funny, right?
Yeah.
Kikoni, the big ass Alliance fan,
Yeah.
watching all Alliance vlogs,
Yeah.
he still has PTSD from playing with PPD. Then he goes watches Flood and he hears PPD's voice again.
It's getting crazy.
Commit suicide. Get out of
Harry
my head, get
Carey.
out of my head, get out of my
Harry
head.
Carey. Oh, that reminds me of another funny thing actually about this situation. Fucking, what was it?
Good looking guy.
Yeah, nice neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, you distracted me. I was gonna say, dude. Let me think. We're talking about PPD. I can't fucking remember, dude. Fuck, disaster. Unreal, dude. Blocked. All right. The other thing I was gonna say was like the fucking Reddit instant circle jerk was pretty funny as well. People
Oh yeah.
molded people just molded super hard over it
Oh
instantly.
dude.
People fucking
Oof.
seethed.
People see it so hard and it's like I hate circle jerks. like I've been thinking about this. Whenever something happens, there's always going to be two circle jerks, like no matter what, one for and one against. Like,
Yeah, and they're both
yeah,
equally annoying actually, because
yeah,
it's both based on just illogical garbage. And the thing about the anti-circle jerkers is actually worse, because you know what people always anti-circle jerk over? Like, they ignore all the facts and stuff, and they just like hashtag cancel culture. Like, anything bad happening to anyone is like, to them, is like cancel culture, or like, or send
yeah,
it, you know? Like, they don't even
yeah.
bother talking about the thing. They're like, oh, Reddit overreacting as usual. It would be like, you know, like 27 found dead in like mass shooting, and then people would be like, this guy should be locked up for life, and then people are like, oh my god, cancel culture, Reddit overreacting as usual. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, the thing about this is like it's hard for you to have the, like, for example, cancel culture is cringe, right? But whenever somebody's like getting, it's hard to have that view because people call everything cancel culture, right? It's like, even though I think canceling somebody over something they did like 15 years ago is kind of cringe. Like having that view, how do I put it? Like people circle jerk shit that you agree with to the point where like you're on the stance, but the way people are talking about it is like diluting what you actually think.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I know
I feel like
exactly what
I'm
you're saying.
rambling.
No, I know what you're saying. I get this a lot, uh, like, you know, with the old Me Too stuff about like whether or not Toby stuck his PP in a woman or something,
Yeah,
or like whether he raped someone. It was like the people who were against it were like bringing up points that were completely different with my problems with it, you know. And then it's like you get grouped in with them, right? I feel, because
yeah. I know what you mean.
I had a problem with the demon situation, because I thought it was fucked up that they let him qualify and then they banned him with no proof, kind of, right? So
I
like,
don't. Can you sum it up real fast?
yeah, so demons qualified for DPC, and then after he qualified, they banned him and they made his team find a stand-in.
Oh yeah,
But they could
cringe.
have just done it before, because they knew like nothing changed between the two times, you know. They just let him through, and then they were like, no, we can't. It's just stupid. But then whenever I'm like, oh, they shouldn't have banned Demon, then people are like, oh my god, like, you're a rapist. Like, come on. Unreal.
I mean, what did Demon even do? I didn't follow that.
I have no
intently.
idea. Apparently Demon was inappropriate to someone. I have no idea. I don't think anyone had any. I'm pretty sure no one had any like definite proof. I mean, how are you gonna have definite proof of any of this anyway, unless you have time machine? It's whatever.
I think there's ways to get definite proof of rapes.
I think it's hard when it's 6 years in the past like this, though. It's all just
Oh
hearsay,
yeah.
right?
I mean, then why did they stop him from playing DPC then, right?
Yeah, I mean, they let him play the qualifiers, and then when they qualify, they ban him. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, why did they ban him from DPC anyways? If it's like, I mean, I guess yeah, that's like cancel culture, right? This
Yeah, I
is the
think.
stuff that I'm against. Like,
Yeah.
I personally do not think that. Whatever, we're kind of diverging.
Okay. Yeah. What was the next thing we were going to talk about? I already forgot, to be honest.
Are we finished with this?
I mean, is there anything else to say about this? What is this?
Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is where he showed that Alliance beat Team Ligma 7 times in a row. Based.
I get it.
Carl's a savage. What happened last time?
Oh, sorry. I remember one thing that I wanted to ask, actually. Yo, how do you think PPD was in that lobby? Because he wasn't in the coach slot, right? Because then people would have pointed it out. So, like, how was he watching the game live?
Discord?
Someone's screen sharing him on Discord?
Maybe.
I mean, that seems weird, though,
Oh.
right? Doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Don't you think that
Okay.
makes it more feel like cheating than if he was in the coach slot in a way? Like, I know it's technically like you can read the email, but like, you know how sometimes like there's something with like plausible deniability, right? But then like the more you try to hide it, the weirder it seems to yourself, don't you think?
Well, what I think is happening is that they realized that other teams didn't realize this, so they
Oh, so
wanted
they
this
knew. Oh, okay.
advantage,
Yeah.
but they didn't want people to like realize.
But
And then when
that
people,
is dishonest, right?
I mean, yeah, it's dishonest, but it's not cheating.
No, but
It's
like
like,
in the rules, there's like a thing against like unsportsmanlike / dishonest behavior in general, right? So they have like a catch-all statement against this kind of thing. I feel like
yeah,
if I like to think that if it was me, like obviously I probably wouldn't do this, but I would feel like it's kind of like I mean, like you play against these guys a lot, right? Like in the pro scene, it's kind of
Yeah, I do.
yeah, you do. I think
Yeah.
like if you play with and against these people a lot, especially like for example, like S4 is probably friends with a lot of these people, right?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of scummy to like pretend on purpose or like
Think
to not tell anyone.
think this is like I agree, but I think they cannot get punished for this. I mean, I personally
No,
don't like
they
these
can't.
catch-all rules, like no sportsmanlike behavior, because
Yeah, you can call anything that basically, right? Yeah.
yeah, it's very loose. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with you. It's scummy, but not anything they can get punished for, so they don't give a shit.
And have you seen Secret can get Secret is Secret possibly relegated? No, they beat Liquid, right? Yesterday or 2 days ago. Okay, never mind. I
Yeah,
was
they
gonna
did.
say, does this really affect the standings that much? Like, let's pretend that Alliance won some games that they shouldn't have won, right? The Alliance are still first, I think. Yeah, it's like the third up. Alliance
They're
is first,
first.
Liquid second, OG's third, Secret's like nearly dead on the floor. I mean, I don't think anything's really changed, in
Did
my
they beat
opinion.
OG?
Yes, I want to
So
say.
if OG won against Alliance, maybe
Uh,
they could like be number one. But
whatever.
it
It's
doesn't
fucking.
really
Yeah,
change much.
it's kind of whatever. Yeah, okay. I guess it doesn't change anything. I
Yeah,
mean,
and before like last place shitter teams like Halber Smashers are like, oh no, they cheated against us. This would have
yeah,
changed everything.
yeah.
Did they play against?
Oh, did you
Does OG
see
have
the
any more games?
fucking?
Yeah, no, dude. You know what will be funny? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah, go ahead.
Alliance is gonna play against Hellbear Smasher today. So imagine like tomorrow if they were to like
No,
make
they've already clarified the rules. PPD is not allowed to do this shit anymore.
yeah. So PPD is not allowed to do this shit.
And
So
then
they
they
lose to
lose.
Hellbear
Oh,
Smasher.
okay. Yeah.
That would be good.
Have you seen, by the way, in country representation, look who's number 3?
We're Bulgaria, wholly based. Who
That
the
is
fuck
pretty
is
big.
this?
Oh, it's Satom. Kakoni told me how to read this name, but he's kind of a ruiner. He does a lot of bullshit in my pubs. I kind of hate him. He has like a picture of like a toilet for his picture for his profile picture. I was complaining about this guy a lot.
Who the fuck are these people?
It's the Greek style. It's Adfinem.
Yeah, I know it's Ad Finum, but with
It's Wish as well, and Stamanen. That's how you say his name, Stamanen.
Stamanen. Yeah, I remember, dude. Remember Ad Finum?
Yeah,
Good times.
no, I
Dude,
miss
Ad
Doug.
Finum is
Doug
one
was
of
good.
the Ad Finum is one of the best storylines in Pro Dota.
All right, we're
Like,
drifting off topic, so let's move on to the next thing, which
yeah.
is what was the next thing again? It was some other bullshit Reddit crybabies thing. Do you remember what I said?
Oh yeah, it's Scoot Over, right?
Oh yeah, scoot over. Yeah, you got the tweet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. What's her name?
Invokergirl.
Oh yeah, Invokergirl. Here she is.
Okay, so let's have a look at the scoot over situation. I'm actually gonna. Yeah, okay, whatever. This is not scoot over, my friend. Dude.
It's so much bullshit.
Okay.
Okay. Should
Yeah.
we reveal who this
Yeah.
person
No,
is?
no, 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 no. His identity will be
Okay.
kept a secret. So
We are
I actually,
witness protection program.
yeah, I actually secured a secret interview with the person behind this tweet. I mean, this post, whatever the fuck this is. I guess I'll give
Yeah.
some background before we start. So there's this woman streamer. I feel like whenever you call someone a woman, you sound like an incel, right?
I mean,
She's
what
female. But if you say female,
femoid,
you sound like
void,
an incel as well.
this
Whatever.
void
I'm
streamer?
just gonna say girl because girl sounds like a normal, like something
Go.
that, yeah. There's this girl streamer called Invokergirl, very talented 6K MMR Invoker player or something like that. I don't watch her
Isn't she
streams.
like Divine 4?
No, she's immortal. I mean, you can look in the fucking screenshot that she's immortal. You dumb shit. What's wrong with you? She's 6.2K, I think. She's immortal. All right. Anyway, whatever. It's drifting off topic. She
How can you look that she's immortal in the
She's in
screenshot?
a immortal average game, whatever. Like she's like 6.2K. Okay, anyway,
Okay, sorry.
she's playing some ranked games, like role ranked, I guess. And then this Underlord player who's off lane and she's mid says, obviously you can see on the screen, sorry, I don't let women mid, scoot over.
Base.
Yeah, we actually secured a a secret interview with the person behind this scoot over comment, and he said that well, I also know that this happened for real. So right after this comment, he just said JK and he went off lane. He didn't actually play double mid or grieve or
Oh
anything.
wow.
Yeah, and also it wasn't his idea. It was actually the Lion who told him to do it. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fuck this blue guy. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I mean, what do you have to say about this? I guess you can start if you want.
I mean, I'm wondering why didn't she put the JK in the screenshot, right?
I guess this can be the first thing we discuss. I think like unironically, it's okay if you don't put the JK in the screenshot because like she's not saying like in the tweet, right? She's not saying that like this Cyan player should be banned for life and killed in real life, right? She's just saying
She's
like
calling him a sexist.
no, but she said I didn't care about sexism, right? She's not saying that. I mean, okay,
I mean, it's implying.
let me
Why
let
would
me
you?
let me put it this way, okay? Like if someone is like you know, like you're just walking along in the street and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you and your family," and then 1 second later he's like, "JK," he doesn't actually do it, right? When you call the police or whatever you do, you're still gonna be like, you're gonna leave out the JK part when you're talking about your bad experience, right? Because it doesn't matter. Because like if you think about it chronologically, at some point this is all that she saw, right? Like before the JK, so like this is the point where you're like the saddest, so you wanna show this to the world, right? I feel like that kind of makes sense, maybe.
I feel like this isn't the same at all, though. The thing you said, like, I want to kill your whole family and scoot over. I don't let women mid. Like the specifically the wording and probably the timing. Like he probably like said like second after JK. So she sees like, sorry, I don't let women mid scoot over. She's like, what the fuck? Then
Yeah,
she sees JK, and it's like there should be like a light bulb going in her head. Oh, a good one. But
yeah, but I mean, okay, let's go through this point by point, I guess. Uh,
okay, what's your starting point?
yeah, my starting point is that okay, first of all, I think that something being funny doesn't make it okay to say, and also I don't think that this is that funny, unironically, for her. I mean, it's funny for me because it's like scoot over. It's like who the fuck says scoot over in 2021? But like, I feel like if you are like getting sexism a lot, then this one is like you wouldn't find this funny. I'd say.
Hmm. I think it's like there's a difference between you finding something funny and then you seeing that something is like a joke.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, when people joke about Serbia being Turkey or whatever and calling me Turkish,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, I don't think it's funny per se. Like, but
Yeah, but they're not being
there's,
serious, right? They're
I
not.
mean, even if they are, I can see like I can see the jokes. So I cannot get mad about it because it's like if people are saying something that there's like nothing behind, it's like if people called Serbia, I don't know, Japan, I would be like, what the fuck? I wouldn't be offended. Obviously, it's kind of hard for me to find something that's offensive as an example. But like,
Yeah.
how do I put this?
Yeah. I
Like
mean, I see your
because
point.
there's something behind it. You like you have to see it. And I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna tell anybody how they should react, right? Because she probably saw that this was a joke, but then decided to like, or didn't decide, I guess, but she was still offended. And I cannot police other people's feelings, but
Okay.
there's
Well.
also just like there's also we shouldn't care too much about other people's feelings either. Then because like because she feels that this is offensive doesn't make it offensive because I'm pretty sure that the humor here is obvious and therefore we should like judge it based on that. Like I think it would be within my right to be offended if people called Serbs Turks or whatever, but I don't think anybody should care if I got offended. Like, should you care that I'm offended that you think Serbs are Turks? No. Why should you? Right? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I guess the next thing I wanted to say was like, um, I guess the next part we can discuss is the JK part, like the cropping of the image. I guess in general, like, is it dishonest? Is it like whatever? Um, I think that like you should probably present the facts as they are, right? I think you should put the JK after, and so people like the way that this screenshot is set out, right? When you look at it, you're like, oh, this was like a double mid game, right? Like he griefed the game.
Yeah.
Like that didn't happen. So it's like it's just verbal. It's like a verbal thing, right? It's not like you're actually systematically being discriminated against or anything. Like obviously you can argue that the game matters less than what he's typing, but I still think like the way it's being set out is kind of dishonest, right? I think you
Yeah,
could say that.
I think it's very dishonest, and okay, I think it's there's like I'm trying to find it. A couple of people like tell her, "Oh yeah, you should have done this and that," like you, which is funny by the way. Maybe we'll get to that later. But there are like
Yeah, yeah,
couple of people telling her how to play double mid, and she never
yeah.
like corrects them to say like, "Oh, he didn't actually do it." Like she's trying to ride this as much as she can because she could have very easily said like somebody told her, yeah, you should have like stole all this farm with your Q or whatever, and then she could be like, yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't actually double in mid, but then she didn't. So it's like
Yeah.
first thought, I think it's a combination of thing for me. She didn't put it in her screenshot, which is fine, but then she called him as like then she called, which I guess you could see this as a sexist joke if you only see this. I think the fact that he says like JK, I mean, I guess it's still a sexist joke,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
but I wouldn't call every sexist joke sexism. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
Like the
There can be
joke
like
is
jokes about women that aren't sexist, right? Like
no, but even if the joke itself is sexist, like
yeah, it's like not offensive, right? Kind of. Like
yeah,
it shouldn't like
yeah,
make
I
you
think.
really upset, I think. I think that's
I mean, even if she's upset, like I don't think we should. How do I explain this? Like it is the joke itself is sexist, but you can see that the person that's saying the joke is not trying to be sexist with the joke.
yeah.
It's just a funny like circumstance
Yeah, I understand.
that he used for the joke, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So she like labeling this as sexism, and there's like clearly multiple ways to interpret this. It's kind of cringe, and then the fact that she doesn't go and correct anybody that thinks that this actually happened. It's yeah, it's just like layers of dishonesty. Like
Yeah.
if it was one thing, maybe, but then like she just doesn't want this to be portrayed the correct way.
Yeah.
And she obviously has a much bigger following than the guy that did this. Allegedly, a guy.
Yeah, allegedly.
So,
Maybe it was a woman.
yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, imagine. Would it still be sexist if it
Yes.
was a woman?
It would be a cat fight. Okay,
Okay.
anyway, the next thing I was gonna ask is do you think that if she put the JK part in and didn't include like the picture of the double mid, like would people have been as upset about this, do you think?
That's a good one. Could you try to edit this out ourselves and see like how the image would look?
Yeah, so you take out the picture in the middle, right? And then you just add in a JK at the end. Alright, let's see it. It's state of the art technology right here.
We have our top experts working on this.
You have to type a JK at the end as well, right? It's like
Yeah.
just copy paste this and then fucking text it over. I mean, I don't want to talk bullshit, but to me, this seems way less offensive already.
Fuck.
Oh, you kind of fucked this up.
No, I got this.
Just use the fill tool, dude. Just,
No.
Okay, yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, okay, and then just throw in a JK. It's too big, dude. It's the wrong color. Okay, we got this. Switch to red and then yeah. Okay, we're fucking up. Based. I love how you have fucking impact as your default as well. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at this picture. I mean, like, I'm not a woman. Just want to point that out. I'm mostly like a pub enjoyer, you know. So to me, this is like way less offensive, unironically. But I mean, I understand that this is like You know,
I mean,
like
I
I
have
don't
to
care what
think,
people type anyway.
like, imagine if this is first time I see this, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, it shows that he's a underlord. Sorry, I don't let women mid scoot over JK. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like, I don't know. It's like, it's hard for me to evaluate this because I didn't think the first one was really that bad either.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was, like, if you, I don't know. My first reaction was to laugh, right? So I didn't really think the first one was bad. So it's kind of hard for me to, like, argue with this. But I think it seems like a lot less bad, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I can see it. Or at the very least, we can leave this as an exercise to the viewer, right? Like, just imagine if this was your first exposure to it. Like, how does that change anything? Because this is an interesting thought experiment at the worst, I think.
yeah.
Anyway, let's go back because I want to talk about some of the other aspects as well. The other thing I wanted to ask you was like, what do you think about this? Like if someone is feeling something, right, and they post on their personal Twitter, right, like you shouldn't be able to tell them that there's anything wrong with how they feel, right? Like, because you can't be like, oh, you shouldn't be like crying over this, right? For example.
There isn't anything wrong with how she feels. I don't think. I think that stance is wrong to take as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
want to talk about how I think it should be handled?
yeah, go ahead.
I think like people should like have to make their own judgments on this. Like you should be able to say like, okay, yeah, I see that you're offended by this, but still, like, I see that you're offended, but I do not think this is that bad, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like, I can see the way somebody's feeling, and they're like, every feeling is a legitimate feeling, really, because if you're really feeling something, like, who am I to tell you that you're not? But I think the main point is, like, this isn't that unusual. It's like people experience this sort of stuff, like, all the time, kind of, in gaming communities. You're not, like, special for feeling this or for seeing this. And, like, you shouldn't care more about this than other things, basically. Like, yeah, nothing should happen because of this, basically.
yeah,
Like,
I can agree with that. I can
yeah.
definitely agree with that. But the other thing I wanted to say or wanted to talk about was let's see. The other thing I wanted to talk about was like kind of related, which is I would argue that everybody gets this treatment, right? Like in Dota pubs. Like everyone gets fucking shit talk for no apparent reason. Or like you can be from X country or be Y gender and people are gonna talk massive bullshit, right?
Yeah, you know what I said recently in my pub?
Yeah.
My draw was from Greece. So
Yeah.
I said, like, in his country, they fuck him in the ass to his morale. And I don't think he made a Twitter about this. But because you said this, I was actually thinking about this. You know the reason why everybody's, like, quote unquote minimalizing this?
Yeah.
It's because men are used to being able to, what's it called, like, take this sort of stuff. But just because men are able to do something, should we then treat it as the norm? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
a thing that I thought, like, oh yeah, I mean, of course, this is, like, normal thing to do, right? Because it happens all the time. But just because it happens all the time, does it really mean that we should be okay with it? Like, maybe my whole, like, stance on this comes from a wrong perspective. Because like, what if, nobody called me a dumb Turk ever?
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty boring. I think it would be like, I think most comedy comes from, like, bad
Tragedy.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, some of the funniest shit is about, like, some
Yeah.
fucked up subjects. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
my funniest person, in my opinion, is Dave Chappelle. I
Mhm.
love his comedy, but a lot of it is like he has a joke about black white supremacists.
Yeah.
A blind guy going around calling everybody the N word, but he's
Yeah.
actually black.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it. And then
Yeah.
he finds out he's black, and he divorces his wife for being a N-word lover. Yeah, but basically, my to go back to my first point, I think this her argument would be a lot more presentable if she didn't present it as a woman problem,
Yeah,
but as
but just the
like
data problem, right?
just online community
Yeah.
problem in general, or
Yeah.
even like a human problem. Like I guess this is a little bit less common in Western countries, but I know in Montenegro when I played basketball as a team, like you got roasted. Like you played badly, you got fucking roasted.
What's that
And,
sound, by the
like,
way? You're like clicking something.
oh yeah,
Like a
sorry.
rapper. Yeah, stop that.
Yeah, oh my bad. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But
It's fine.
how long was I doing that for?
Ah, no, like 2 minutes. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, anyways, in like if you were to hear like Serbian or Montenegrin banter between friends, you would think they're like enemies.
Yeah.
And basically, what I'm trying to what was my starting point?
Oh, who the fuck knows? You're saying that like because it happens to men as well, and they don't like make tweets about it, it's still not acceptable in general, right?
Or that's at least how the argument I think should be presented.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if even if you present it like that, I don't think it's like good. I would disagree with it, but at least it makes me, it doesn't make me distrust it like at once.
Yeah.
Like if I hear some, oh yeah, I'm a woman and I get like this treatment, it's like
Because I'm a woman, right? That's the other
yeah,
thing.
it's like instant no for me. But if you were to like say, okay, what if in the gaming community, where oh yeah, my point with this was people in real life are like this too. Like we shouldn't pretend that this is just how people are in front of a screen. Like
Yeah.
it is how people act in real life too. Just yeah, you don't mold about it in real life, or maybe you do, maybe you get mad over it, but it's not gonna change,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The last thing, unless you have anything to add, is about this is I wanted to look through some of the replies on Twitter. I mean, I think
Thoughts?
this is, to me, like, here's my take on this one, okay, right? Like, okay, I like understand that this is like some kind of trans acceptance thing, right? Like, go back to scroll up a bit so you can see the context again. Like, I think this is just such an inappropriate thing to say, in my opinion. Like, someone's already upset about something, right? Like, they're like complaining about some injustice in the world. Like, I don't think it's, and by the way, this is definitely like a figure of speech, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just saying that I'm a woman, right? Like I ain't got a penis. Like I don't think this is like a legitimate thing that you should like. What's even gonna come of it? Like, is she gonna apologize? Like, it doesn't make any sense to say this, in my opinion. So it's such a pointless thing to say. It's like making it about yourself when
Yeah.
there's like no reason to. Like if this was some if I mean, I guess my main argument is that it's literally it's like just a saying, right? Like it's like when Peter gets mad over like you shouldn't call her a guinea pig or something. It's just like ridiculous, you know. Have you seen those pictures, by the way? It's like stop using anti-animal language. It's like have you seen that?
No, I haven't actually.
It's like this thing with like Peter, the organization, which is like just search like Peter anti-animal language. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is what it reminds me of, kind of. It's like I can't really read that right now because it's like bad quality. Maybe you can read it out.
Kill two birds. Okay, stop using anti-animal language. Instead of kill two birds with one stone, say feed two birds with one scone. Instead of be the guinea pig,
Guinea.
say be the test tube. Instead of beat a dead horse, feed a dead horse. Instead of bring home the bacon, say bring home the bagels. I should have said bagels.
I already see. I see the last one. Take the bull by the horns. Take the flower by the thorns. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, this is insane. When someone says
Okay.
bring home the bacon, I'm not like I'm gonna go fucking kill a pig. Like, what the fuck?
I am.
It's just insane, dude. Oh no, I think that. All right, next tweet. That one is. I think we agreed on this one, right? I think it's ridiculous.
I have a couple of closing statements actually.
Yeah.
First off, this is to all PETA members. Whenever I see some of you out like protesting about
Animals. Yeah.
animals and stuff or eating a vegan burger, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna order a kebab, just so you know that you make zero difference. Because for every animal you don't eat, I'm gonna eat one animal.
Yeah.
Zero. So keep that in mind. And also, this is like the thing that we just saw. Fuck, where is it? The quarter mistress post. This is like average leftist ideology. Like nothing is good enough for them.
Yeah. They'll just
This is
complain
just
about
natural
everything, right?
progression. Yeah, I don't have much more profound things to say.
The other thing I wanted to say is fuck PETA, by the way. You know how bad this organization is? They have like a 90% kill rate in their shelters. Like, they just murder
Yeah,
animals. They don't give a
that's pretty
fuck.
good. It's pretty efficient.
Dude, like, charities in general are like a big scam. Like, the CEO takes home like 95% of the money or something. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, don't give your money to PETA. They just slaughter animals. And then they
I
add
think
like
it
tons.
depends.
They,
I think
you know what was ridiculous about PETA? They were talking shit after Steve Irwin died. Steve Irwin.
yeah,
They were like, "Oh, you shouldn't poke like manta rays." Then, like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
yeah. I mean, there's not much more to say. It's fucking retarded. But I think you should be careful of popular charities
Yeah,
because, like, what is it? How is a charity popular? Right? They are
yeah,
investing money in their PR.
hmm
Where do they get the money from?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would make sense to like invest money in
Yeah,
PR.
like
So if
some
your
money, right? But
charity-
the biggest money is going to the CEOs and the managers and stuff. They don't do anything, like they're not like I think it's like I can't remember the stats, but it's like I think CEOs and like just general bureaucracy takes home like 50% of the money you donate to charity. And then the rest, like they don't even check who they give it to, by the way. Like I think the general advice is like if you want to donate to someone, just give it directly to who you want to give it to. I know people go down to like the hospital and they just donate it straight to like the cancer wards, like to the doctors, because there's like no corruption there basically.
yeah, they can be all charities can be that bad, right? Like, there's surely if you do enough
Yeah,
research,
yeah, for sure.
you're not gonna go to Africa and give the Africans your
Yeah,
money,
yeah,
right?
definitely, definitely not.
But I guess the main message of this podcast is do charity, but do it smartly.
Yeah, it's like giving money to like a homeless person who'll just spend it on crack, right? Basically.
No, I don't think that's true. It depends.
Well, I mean, I think it's generally better to give it to homeless charities so they can like distribute. Like, I have a story about this actually. Like I had a friend who was like there was some homeless guy outside. He was like begging for money. He was like, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I gotta eat the foods, whatever." And then he was outside like a supermarket. And then my friend went in. He bought him a sandwich. He was like, "I don't want it." Like, not as in like he didn't like he's allergic to it or anything. He just didn't want it. He wanted to buy beer, clearly, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So that's like
unfortunate.
pretty scummy.
Do you watch those where it's like the guy donates to a homeless man and
Yeah.
then like records him?
Yeah.
Then the homeless man goes out and goes to a
Yeah.
liquor store. And it's like, oh my god, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
then buys sandwiches in the liquor store.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? This is not what you expected. Then
So
he goes like
staged.
and gives sandwiches to his dog or something and doesn't eat them himself.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole video is so funny because, like, okay, you know what my favorite thing to do with those fake videos are? Is to like
So,
feed into their delusions and pretend it's real and just like think about the implications of it, right? Like, so let's pretend it's real for 1 second, right? So you're some
yeah.
fucking idiot walking up to a homeless person with like $100 bill and you're giving it to him and you're recording him with like a camera. It's like, look at me, I'm giving a homeless person $100 bill. Then you're stalking him to the liquor store, like you're stalking a homeless guy to see what he's doing,
And you
and
know
then
what's fun?
and then you run up to him and it's like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna spend it on the liquor." Like, what are you doing, man? What the
And
fuck are you doing?
you know what's funny?
Yeah,
Like in the video, the person goes like straight to the liquor store.
yeah,
But
yeah,
in real life, he was probably like
yeah,
on his day, do some stuff. So then you're just like stalking a homeless person. Like imagine if he already had bought like some burgers or something, so he didn't go to the store for like a day.
yeah. It's just so
Like
funny.
he just like goes to sleep, and you're sitting there in your car with the camera. Like,
I imagine it's like some cartoon guy, like with some fucking binoculars, like looking out his car, and some like unwashed hobo. It's like, what are you doing with your life, man? You know that guy is such a fucking liar as well. He made some other video where his friends pranked him by putting him on like a flying plane, throwing him out while he's asleep. It's like, yeah, like they snuck him out of his bed, right, into a plane. Like, do you know how loud planes are when they take off? Like the engine. right? Then he's flying through turbulence, like still fine, and then they fucking threw him out of a plane, like, and then he woke up. Like, did this guy get like fucking euthanized or something? How is he not waking up? It's insane, dude. But this actually is related to like another small topic I want to talk about quickly, which is like YouTubers who are like appealing to little kids are like untouchable, right? Like,
Yeah.
because little kids are like stupid, right? So they just
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck they want. Like they fake stuff. Little kids don't care. Like their content's garbage. Then they get the same amount of money. Like we're just angry. Like fucking. We're basically boomers just talking bullshit, right? But like just think about it. It's like to us it's like dream cheated, right? But the little kids don't fucking care at all because they like don't understand statistics or maths and they just come up with like insane logical fallacies like, oh well, everything is like 1% chance of happening, right? Like, yeah, this guy NNA Productions, he just makes I mean, I actually get quite upset
Yeah,
about
by
this.
the way, the things that you're talking about, right? You see all these follows.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
your
how
little brother, right?
my little brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Peppa Pig official.
I don't know why I follow Destiny, by the way.
Um,
I don't watch his videos, but it's like it's also a very smart thing to do, right? If you want to
yeah,
just make money, because little kids are like the biggest.
they're so dumb. They're so fucking
Oh, they're
stupid.
also like a very, very big demographic of people that
Yeah,
use YouTube
true.
as well. It's like a huge chunk of the most popular YouTubers are people that little kids
Yeah,
watch. But the thing about Dream, I don't think anybody would care about Dream cheating either way. Like his content, a lot of his content is not about Minecraft speedruns. It's just
yeah,
like shit. Like the only thing is like he's not admitting to it. I
yeah,
think if he admitted to it, like 100%
yeah.
of his viewers
Whatever.
would still follow him.
Yeah. The thing,
Yeah.
you know what's fucked up about this though is like, because they're adults, right? They 100% know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
they're like manipulating little kids into like parting with their money on like nonsense. This guy's the biggest scammer as well because he does fake giveaways. I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
I mean, they're not like a lot
They're
of
not.
content creators are just making. I mean, this guy is a scammer for sure,
Oh,
but
okay.
like
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying for this one.
content for kids,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
really marketing them with their money, right? So
Okay. So I was thinking as well, like with Dream, because I've seen some of Dream's videos. To me, it doesn't really matter if it's cheating or if it's like staged, because it's still entertaining, right? It's like you don't go to a stand-up comedy show and the guy's like, "Oh, so," and then you're like, "So proof," like that didn't happen. Like that's retarded. Like it's still impressive to watch. It's like watching magic, right? It's like
I mean, it's
okay,
just funny.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like watching WWE, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But the best thing, I didn't know it was fake when I was little.
yeah.
Thing, like,
The thing about WWE is like the people try to prove it's fake and be like, "Stop watching it." It's like,
what?
how stupid do you think people are? Like they don't know it's like you think like the guy watches WWE and like some guy like revives from the dead and fires a fireball at someone. And he's like, oh my god! Like how? Okay, I mean, prove me wrong that there are people who think WWE is real, but unironically, there was a guy who jumped off a building, like a skyscraper, and he like elbow dropped someone from a skyscraper and broke him in half or something. Like, how is that real? How can you think that's real? Unless you're like 5, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you're a kid, but like these are like grown ass adults telling like little kids like, oh, WWE isn't real, so you shouldn't like it. Like they're still gonna like it.
I mean, what are you gonna say next? That Santa isn't real? Like,
Yeah.
so now the Tooth Fairy isn't real? Like, come on, dude.
All right. Anyway, we've drifted so far off topic. Let's keep scrolling through some of the replies on this one.
Oh yeah.
What's the next one? Not here. Let's ignore Mike because that's clearly a meme account. Lamau, this is so disgusting and stupid. Sorry that you went through this. It's honestly beyond maddening. What's the so this is actually kind of like the thing that you said where it's like, you slowly become more accepting of bullshits. I honestly think this is kind of like an overreaction from Manon to begin with. It's like ridiculously disgusting and stupid. Like stupid maybe, but I don't know if it's that disgusting really. But I mean, personal interpretation, obviously. This next one I thought was really bad. This Mira guy is like, yo, I had that guy in a pub last week. He's so bad. I mean, it's just kind of pointless thing to say again, right? Like it derails from the argument, right? Like, oh,
I mean, no. Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
yeah,
but
go ahead.
if this was like the reality of it, it might be like legit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
Like ran mid because he thought he was better than her because she was a woman.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then he's bad. Yeah, yeah.
bad, it's like actually a legit thing to say.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what happened, and she didn't correct him either.
I think this is just one of those things where like, I don't know, like, you know, if someone is like an asshole and then you're like, oh, they're ugly, it's like it doesn't really, it's like not really the right thing to say, right? Like someone can be pretty and an asshole, right? But
Yeah.
everyone just tends to pile all the negative things onto someone, and it kind of detracts from the original point, right?
Yeah.
Like he's bad, like so what? He's like a
And
sexist, right? His whole main argument.
it's like when people also cannot attribute positive facts to bad people.
Yeah, yeah,
Like Hitler is the biggest example, right?
yeah,
He was unimaginably evil, but that doesn't mean everything he did was wrong,
yeah,
bad.
exactly.
I bet they would agree on a lot of things with him, like veganism, for example.
Yeah, like anti-smoking. I think Hitler was the first ever, pretty much anti-smoke ever. But you know, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. But there's like one reply, unless you see some replies that interest you.
No, not really.
There's one reply that I thought was really funny. What's sad? Yeah, I mean, okay, first
these ones are just these ones silly.
It's like Archons, right? Or
yeah. I mean, I'm sorry for rank shaming, guys, but you guys are fucking bad at Dota. Don't talk.
I mean, you can be bad at Dota, but yeah, don't talk, as DMC said. Immortal players are arrogant and toxic. I come across them all the time.
Yeah.
This wasn't fun, but this one is also like kind of funny.
Actually, kind of related to this, I wanted to talk about a guy that I saw on Ogre Boy's coaching Discord. Ogre Boy, big fan of you.
Same.
There's this idiot on Ogre Boy's Discord server. He's so funny. All he does is handpick examples from unranked where he beats immortal players mid. And like he just posts them. He's like, immortal players are so bad. And he's like fucking like ancient one or something. And I think he posts like one a day, and it's all like just hard like support players in unranked playing mid for like first time in their life. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's like this kind of Kingslayer attitude that people have, right? Where it's like if they think that someone's better than them, they're just gonna talk infinite shit for no reason at all. Like I see it all the time in like pro games because I'm like very very high MMR player, very good. Like whenever someone kills tops and mid, let's say, they're just gonna start typing nonsense in all chat for no reason. It's like very like small-minded thing to do, right? Like you don't take yourself seriously if you do that because you're saying that they're like way better than you, right? So I think it's like and it's rude to begin with, right? It's just I don't know.
Yeah, I think yeah, if I do this to Kikoni, like it would make sense because it's like banter, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very obvious that he's like 10 times better than me, right?
Yeah.
If I say this shit, it's nothing more than banter. But if you're like in a professional pub, like come on, behave. Yeah, I see what you mean. But I cannot find the tweets anymore based. This one was funny. There was one guy that made this one comment that was so unreal to me. I'm gonna just scroll faster to try and find.
Yeah, I'll talk about the other thing as well while you're doing that. I was just thinking like it's such copium as well. It's like, oh, I played against Thompson, like he's bad. Like, come on, dude. He's won 2 TIs. Like, just kill yourself already, right? Like, come on.
We do not condone suicide, by the way.
Okay, but I mean, like the people who are like, oh, Thompson should kill himself. Like, you first, forehead. Oh, is this the one?
No, this wasn't what I meant.
I just want to point out, I'm not a sexist. I don't condone this attitude that middle Pidor represents, but it is a really funny comment. He just says, Dean, you won't get the pussy. We won't in all caps. What's this one? Oh, is this the one that you're looking for?
Oh, dude, there was even better one.
Can we talk about this one a little bit? This one's really funny to me.
I keep finding gold on my way to the treasure.
So this one is really funny to me because it's like just the insane argument between two idiots, basically. Kind of, it's like just like this is actually a very common argument strategy. Is like, I was watching a video where it's like Prince Andrew was being interviewed, and it was like they were saying that he was being a pedophile or whatever, like touching little girls, and then he was like, I can't sweat. Was what he said, right? Like the interview was something like, oh, like one of the victims was like, oh, you were sweating all over, like grabbing her, right? Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
So yeah, so basically that was what was happening. You know what Prince Andrew said? Prince Andrew said like, because I was fighting the Falkland Wars, like some bullets came at me. I got so scared, like I lost the ability to sweat, so it couldn't have been me. Like that's what he said, and he was sweating during the interview, right? And
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh, and then he remembered. He was like, "Oh, but I learned how to sweat again afterwards." And then like the interviewer was just so like confused. She was like, "What the fuck?" But then like everyone online is just talking about like, "Oh, Prince Andrew's a retarded boomer. Like he said he can't sweat. Like it's such bullshit." But like the point is, he still wins, right? Because now they're talking about this thing instead of him touching little girls, right? So like it's
Yeah.
when you want to distract from something, you just talk about some nonsense that's
Yeah.
not true. But like these guys are doing it to someone they want to help, but they're just stupid. So they're taking the argument away from like the thing that they can win at to like some pointless shit like, oh, this guild's full of arrogant players. Like just stupid, fucking dumb, man.
Yeah, and then we have Zombie Sandbuster 80 climbed back to the 5k bracket or what?
Climbed implies up. Since when, dude? Is that a thing?
Does no climbing is up, yeah. You climb up somebody, you don't climb down. Like,
Are you kidding
you,
me? Are you joking?
no, do you climb down?
Yes, of course you can climb down. What do you mean? I climb down the ladder. What do you mean?
Oh
Hello?
yeah, you can. Yeah, okay. English is not my first language, so I'm
Okay,
allowed.
fine, but this is still stupid, like argument to have over a
Yeah.
sexism thing, like grammar and Dota skill. Like it's just dumb as fuck, dude.
And the funniest thing is, I love these. Like the first comment is like a meme.
Yeah.
The comment is like it clarifies. You say, "I took a shit on your mother," and somebody's like, "No, but she couldn't have been there," and you're like, "Oh yeah, my bad, yeah." I don't know. It's like
It
such
is
a
really funny.
difference in energy.
Yeah.
But I found a comment that I was originally gonna.
Oh yeah, this
Then I was
bullshit.
gonna like
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
This is such a funny one. You're right.
dual mid, spam stuff, secure farm, first type and fourth stuff. CD, sit back and laugh. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a couple of things to unpack here.
Yeah, there really is.
First, first like the way that this guy's talking, right? He has to be from like Archon or something. Like very. I mean, I knew about this shit even when I was like Archon 5, so he has to be like in a lower for this to be like something that he thinks he needs to tell somebody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Really
like when
funny.
your little brother is playing Minecraft for the first time, then he goes and he tells you how to
Don't
make
dig
a
down.
Like, so we established that this guy has to be like some
This guy's a
outfit player.
piss slow player for sure, dude.
He's talking to a like immortal player, right? Highest
Yeah.
ranking.
Yeah.
He's telling her how to play the game.
No, you think this is how to play the game? This is how you grieve, though.
No, I mean, if somebody, I mean, this is what you do, right? You last it creeps with your queue if you like cannot get
No, but
them, right?
he's not saying that as general advice. He's like, in this
No, no,
game, because
no.
you're gonna be contested by two people, you know, you have to use your Q because Underlord has more base damage, right? I think you're misinterpreting this. I think he's saying because Underlord is trying to grief you, right? He's trying to steal the last hit, so you have to contest every CS with spells. That's not true in mid lane. You want to right click, obviously. You can't use Q for every last hit, right?
I mean, okay, but in his mind, he's basically telling her to secure farm with her Q, right?
Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. You can have it that way if you want.
I guess that's how I interpreted it, right?
Yeah, okay, sure.
So basically, how they put this, like this is sexist. I know.
Yeah, this post is actually sexist. I agree.
You can tell somebody that's like better than you how they could behave in a lane because reasons.
I don't know. I thought this was. You know what my favorite part about this fucking post is, though?
Yeah.
It's like you're playing role queue, right? You have mid, right? And then his advice is to like just buy force tap and start griefing the game for no reason. Like,
I mean,
what?
no, there is a reason.
I know there's a reason, but like at the moment you haven't done anything wrong, right? Like you just report Underlord, right? But once you start doing this, what's it gonna look like in Overwatch? It's gonna be some fucking mid forcing his offlaner into like the river.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
It's bad advice.
It's crazy bad advice.
No, I would do something like this for sure.
Yeah, I would.
for no reason.
I just want
grief
to
them
point. Yeah, I just want to say, by the way, this is horrible advice. Not
Yeah.
in terms of anything, but like in terms of griefing, this is horrible advice. Because first of all, to farm 4 staff is like 2,000 gold. Like, how long do you think it takes to farm 2,000 gold? Probably like 8 minutes if he's double lasting mid, right? So for 8 minutes, and your payoff is he goes across the river. Like, Underlord's tank is here in the game. He doesn't care, dude. Like, if you want to really grief, you start brown boots, right? Because you're playing Invoker and you run down mid faster that way. You level Wex because it gives you move speed. 3 in Wex, you just run down mid off cooldown.
No, wrong.
No,
She's playing
what's she playing? Zeus.
Zeus.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Oh, because she's called Invokergirl. I got confused. Sorry. Anyway, you just go brown boots and you run down mid, like off cooldown, and then you like yeah. I mean, the game's gonna be over much quicker that way. Like this is shit advice. This doesn't make any sense. Or like, if you want a super grief, what you do is like, you know, like
Take this to the expert, guys.
you just hide in the trees and then you wait until passive goal gives you shadow amulet and then you can just go do something else, you know, just alt tab and fuck off. Like this method is like, it's not going to do anything, right? Like Underlord's not going to get reported and the game's not going to be over quickly and you can't even go AFK. So this is the worst possible thing you can do.
I mean, okay, let's for a second imagine that game is going to be over quickly.
Okay,
yeah. Are not going to get reported.
Okay, yeah.
This is like, he's still telling her to force staff him across river.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Like, what does that even mean? Do you think Underlord is just gonna like?
He's just like a bot. He just stands there and dies. I guess that's what happens in his bracket, right? Like someone gets force staff, he's like, "Ooh, where am I?"
You're not even gonna force staff him across the river. Like he's gonna be there facing the river, but then he's gonna look at your cooldown. He's just gonna go into the jungle and something.
And what if he turns around, dude?
Like, this is what?
This is so bad. And you know the best part about this? He says do it off cooldown. He says on cooldown by accident here, but let's say it's off cooldown. Do you know how long force staff's cooldown is? It's like 25 seconds, dude. Like every half a minute you can push him like 10 pixels. Like, what is this advice, dude? It's unreal. I like the comments for this, the replies to this as well. Like the people who reply are actually quite intelligent.
No, she won't. She has a midland.
I think Yoni Dim is like the only reasonable person out of these four. And I guess this fucking Theo Waynehouse guy is funny, dude. She has Midlanders.
It doesn't mean it's okay to push your teammates into their death.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna stop looking. I like how this guy actually, you know, this guy actually clarifies, right? This Totoro guy, he actually said what happened at the bottom here.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
Huh. How did this not get any likes, huh? But anyways.
Yeah.
This guy typed this all out.
Yeah.
And he pressed send.
He pressed send? Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, imagine me going up to like a Ronaldo and like, bro, you should have totally passed there. Come on. I mean, I guess that would make sense because I technically see things he doesn't. But
yeah, technically, but like this is just no. This is more like you go to Ronaldo and it's like I've got a strategy that works for me. Like I kick the ball with like you know, like my third leg and it goes in every time. Like that would be the level of advice that you're giving. It's like so ridiculous.
Yeah. Dude, this comment section is actually really good.
Yeah, the comment section is way better than the fucking stupid the actual thing itself, you know.
I bet you half the people that commented didn't comment because it makes it look so bad.
Yeah, yeah. This. Have you ever thought about this? Like, if you're some popular guy and you type something, you get like a bunch of Nazis in your replies, you'd be so mad, right? Like, you didn't want this. It's like, yeah. I mean, these people just make her look like a fool to some degree, right? Because it's like they're just typing absolute nonsense, in my opinion.
I mean, to be real though, somebody says this is so ridiculously disgusting, and then she still replies to him like, "Oh yeah, true."
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I mean, whatever. What was the last thing that we wanted to talk about?
Was there any other thing?
Oh no, I think that might be all. I mean, this is good length. This is like 1 hour and 10 minutes or something. 1 hour and 8 minutes, I think.
I mean, I don't know. I want to talk more, but I want to leave something for the next episode.
Yeah, yeah, same. Yeah, so I guess that's all.
Oh, I guess I can say a joke.
Yeah, go ahead.
Close this out.
Yeah.
So, a Pakistani guy goes to heaven, right? And he starts knocking on heaven's doors. Like a minute later, the guardman comes out and he's like, "What you wanna do?" I'm in heaven, obviously, right? And the garment says, "Oh, you're Paki." Yeah. He shouts to Jesus, "Yo, Jesus, the taxi man's here."
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
you get
Anyway,
it.
big shout out to our sponsors, ExpressVPN and Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring. Oops, I shitted.
Oops, I shit it again.
Obviously, we have no set schedule for this one yet. We're going to be talking about more rubbish. So if you enjoyed this content, like, subscribe, ring the bell. If we can gather enough funds to help Luke activate his Windows, that would be also fantastic. So yeah, we'll leave you with that image, and
Fuck.
say bye, Luke.
Bye, Luke.
All right.